Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, today I went through all the news stories as usual, and there's a particular story that's stuck in my mind, and I've just been playing it over and over again. I tell you guys, this is how I go about picking a video, picking a subject to talk about in these videos. Is I'll get up about 1:30 and I'll start going through all the news stories, political, movie stars, rock and roll, recovery, whatever. And a lot of times, I'll get up, I'll start, shaving and showering and getting ready to do this video. It takes about an hour to make my bed and clean up the house and everything and get ready for my workout today. And by the end of that time, I usually have something that's stuck in my head. There's one story that just keeps replaying in my head. And this is the story this morning, and it's still fresh, and I'm still kind of sorting out how I feel about this, and I want to know how you guys feel about this. It's a woman, OnlyFans actress, influencer, I guess they call, I don't know what they call them on OnlyFans, Lily Phillips. She's an English girl, 23 years old. And the links are all down below. Actually, there's a good link right down below from E Entertainment, I think it is. And it's a video from YouTube, and you can watch it. It's short. It's right to the point. It's very... Looking at her room after this is what happened. She decided to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours. And looking at her room, the floor of her room after this was kind of shocking. I'm trying to picture what it would smell like in that room. Just the smell of humanity and rubber products and, okay. So, like I said, each man had about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, here's the thing. She breaks down in this interview. She starts crying. She's kind of, she says downstairs isn't too sore, which you'd think it would be. She gave each man 3 to 5 minutes, like I said. And she said it was kind of robotic after the 30th guy. And there's only about 5 or 6 men that she can actually even remember. She says she actually felt guilty, or that some of the men actually guilted her into giving them more time. She feels guilty that she didn't give them enough conversation. She didn't connect with them enough, which I was really surprised to hear her say that. I want to just go over some of my initial thoughts on this. Like I said, this is always important. I've been clean and sober since October 23rd of 2006 for over 18 years. Now, before that, I had a very sordid life. I started out like everybody else, as an architectural draftsman, a truck driver, and I started using all sorts of stuff. I got involved with going to after-hours clubs, motorcycle clubs, fighting, riots, all sorts of stuff. Just like gang fights, and I've been through a lot of stuff, and I've told you guys this before. It's something I'm not proud of. I'm sure I've been with over 100 women myself, but not in 24 hours. The most with me personally in 24 hours was two women, and I still remember that, and I don't feel good about it, because I lied to each. It was a different circumstance. I'm just saying that's my experience. I think being in recovery, I care about my body. I'm more cognizant of taking care of myself and not treating my body in just such a disregarding manner. The stuff I used to put into it, the stuff I used to do to myself, staying up for days, not eating for days, the stuff I consumed. And now I actually tomorrow I go for a 1-year physical. And every time I go for this 1-year physical, I'm scared because I really think the karma is going to catch up with me from the way I abused my body for over 2.5 decades, because you start to really think about what your body is comprised of, your heart, your blood vessels, your organs, and I worry about what I did to my body. And I wonder about, what the ongoing effects of this might be to this woman in the future. Will she ever get married? Will some guy ever marry her? And here's the thing. She talks about now she wants to do 1,000 guys in 24 hours. Like, she hasn't backed out of her new goal, or her real goal is 1,000 men. By the way, this has been going on for a while. I was gonna talk about this like it's a whole, younger people thing, and it's not. Because I remember back when I was using, I was associated, I was into the adult movies and stuff like that. And Lisa Sparks, I remember, 919 men. back in 2004 in Poland. 919 men. So this isn't like, just this generation. This has been going on for 20 years or probably long. It's been going on probably since the beginning of time. Well, since the beginning of social media, really, or X-rated films. I thought about this too. Guys really can't do this. This is a thing where women have, I don't know if you want to call it the power, but they have the ability to do this, whereas a man does not have the ability to really. I don't know, maybe with the new age of the little blue pill, maybe they do. I don't know. But I highly doubt that a man could do the same thing with 100 women or 100 men, for that matter, in 24 hours. I don't know if it would be possible. I'm surprised no guy has tried it yet. And I think about the guys, because you kind of want, you get I think a lot of people get the instinct to shame her. Who's going to want to marry you? You look how you treat yourself like a receptacle. Who's going to, what are you going to tell your kids? But what about the guys that slept, what about the guys that did this, really? You could say, well, they could keep it, they're kind of unknown, so they don't have to tell anybody, so they could kind of be anonymous and go through life. But that's another thing that I found out through my last 18 years of recovery is secrets come out. The more you keep things secret, the more they eat at you. And the guys that did this, they could keep it a secret. They could get married, not tell their wife or their kids that they were one of these 100 guys or one of the next 1,000 guys that slept with her. But it'll come out, and it'll be worse if they keep it a secret. What about them? What about, will women want to be with them? That they were part of this situation. I suppose some people wouldn't care. Some guys would probably still want to marry her or be her boyfriend or have kids with her. Me personally, I've just learned through recovery that there's no such thing as really as secrets. Secrets will eat you alive. And everything comes out in the end. And how you treat yourself, how you treat your body and your mind is how you treat other people too. So it's a warning sign to me. If somebody's willing to do this to their body, then they probably have even less regard for me and my safety and my health and my mental well-being. So it's a warning sign for me to stay away from people like that. That's another thing that I've learned in recovery. I'm trying not to just judge her because there's 100 men that were involved in this too. And in my opinion, they're just as guilty or whatever you want to call it as she is. They played just as much of a role, just waiting in line. After number 35, they're number 36, and then number 37 is right behind them. I mean, where's the pride in that you're treating yourself like that kind of robotic machine? What's that say about a guy? What does that say about those 100 men, really, too? So I don't want to just make this about her. Let me know what you think. I'm still kind of throwing this around in my head. Like I said, this story really stuck in my mind this morning as I was getting ready to do this video. And I really think in the long run, it's amazing what people do for fame and money. And in the long run, I don't think any amount of money will be worth the toll that this takes on everybody involved, not just her. That's just my personal opinion from having treated myself badly in the past, or treating my body and mind without respect. I'll put it that way. I've kind of learned the results of that. All right, let me know what you think. Have a good Thursday.